Hello guys, welcome to another video. This video I want to talk about how to get out of your anxiety. How to break your anxiety, right? When I was young, I have super anxiety, right? I'm afraid to walk outside, to go to places. I don't like the public, I don't like crowd, right? I don't like all these stuff because my anxiety, anxiety is so high out there. Like it's hard to overcome. But once you get older, you start to realize that there are things you could do to break your anxiety, to get you over your anxiety. For instance, if you have anxiety in talking to people, right? When you have anxiety talking to people, best way to do it, the best approach to do it is just talk to people. That's it. Who cares what they think? You have to have that mindset, like, you know what? I don't care. That I don't care mindset. It really helps. Right? When you have anxiety of talking to people. Who cares what they think of you? Who cares that they think, this idea of first impression matter? Who cares? What you're trying to do is you try to break your anxiety. If you identify you have a really strong anxiety against public speaking, right? Public speaking, right? And you have to speak in front of public, talk to a lot of people. It helps you to break that anxiety. Once you talk to a lot of people, you build up your skin. You have a thicker skin to this anxiety, right? This is the best way to overcome your anxiety. If you have to do public speaking, right? Public speaking, you have to do it, right? Just go do it. You have to do it, man. That's the best way to get out of your anxiety. Another anxiety people have, asking the girl out, right? Because they have this anxiety of getting rejected. The best way to ask a girl out is just go ask a girl out. Ask as much girls out as much as possible. That's the only way you can overcome your anxiety, overcome your fear. What is anxiety? Anxiety is basically fear. Is this a fancy word of saying you're scared of something? Right? Your anxiety. Right? So I used to have public speaking anxiety, right? Talking to a crowd, to an audience, right? What I do is I took public speaking classes, acting classes, because these classes have to force you to get out of your bubble, force you to get out of your comfort zone, right? To get out of your anxiety, you have to get out of your comfort zone. That's what it is. You have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. So this idea of uncomfortable to do something that you're not, and you want to do it, you need to be uncomfortable to do it, right? What it means is to talk to people you don't usually talk to. Especially in business. Especially if you want to achieve your goal. Especially if you want to be a dominant person in life. Especially if you want to reach that higher potential. Especially when you want to hit that peak in life. You will always be a beta. You'll always be weak man, weak simp if you don't conquer your fear. Most guys out there, they're very frightful of talking to people. They're not social. Most guys out there are not social. They're more hermit. There's more hermit men out there than there are social guys out there. For the hermit men out there, right? The hermit people who's scared of talking to people. The best thing you do is to find a group of people that you know that share the same kind of interests as you do, right? And just talk to them. Right? Find a group, meetup.com, whatever. Find a group that you like, right? Because you can't be in that bubble the whole time. You can't be in your safe spaces. You can't be in your mama's basement. You cannot achieve greatness if you don't go out there and talk to people. You have to network. If you don't talk to people, you can't achieve what you wanted in life. You have to meet new people to overcome that fear. Unfortunately, people's anxiety are so strong, and there's a lot of bad information out there. People don't know how to handle it. What I'm giving you is just some information, right? I'm just giving you just just some step with how to conquer this anxiety, right? For me, how I conquer it is by talking to more people. And if one of your anxiety is if you want to find a mate, if you're scared of talking to girls, right? What you can do is to talk to more females. Like I keep saying that you have to talk to females. You have to get rejected so you can build this shield around you. This deflective shield. So if you talk to a girl and she rejected you, you're not fazed by that. You gotta be stronger, right? She's just a one person. There's plenty of women out there. There's more. Don't get this idea of oh, just because she's beautiful, there's only one beautiful woman on this planet. Forget that. There's multiple beautiful women on this planet. Right? There's a ton of them. There's plenty to go around. Right? There's no such thing as the most beautiful woman. There's a pretty woman out there. There's pretty people. Beautiful people, right? But there's not the one pretty woman out there. Right? So if you see a pretty woman out there, who cares? You're into multiple pretty women. What you want to do is build up the shield. Like in video games, you level up. The more you level up, the stronger you get. Let me use that analogy for you, right? For all you gamers out there. Right? In order to pass the next level in an RPG game, right? In an RPG game, right? In order to beat the next boss and go up to the next level, what do you have to do? You have to level up so you can be stronger. Right? So it's nothing when you go up to the boss. That's like a woman. Women are like each rejection is like building up your mana, building up your level, right? You get as much rejection as possible. So when you finally get to the boss of your ultimate wife or whatever it is, your ultimate mate, you're not fazed by it. You're not fazed by her. You're not intimidated by her, right? Intimidations, right? Don't feel intimidated. That's what it is. Don't be scared. So you won't be intimidated by her. That's why you build up your level. For the hermit out there, for the guys who's not sociable. I know a lot of, especially Asian community. In the Asian community, there's a lot of hermit out there. They just sit there and play video games all the time. They're not sociable. There's a lot of Asian people that's very unsociable. I'm not saying other people aren't well. There's white, blacks, all races they have their hermit, right? But there's a lot of them out there, a lot of Asian people that's hermit. And I tell my Asian friend, right? One thing to overcome your fear, because they are very scared talking to other girls, right? Why do you think Japan have a low birth rate right now? Because they're so scared of talking to females. They're scared of rejection. And I keep telling guys, don't be scared of rejection. Rejection is a part of life. Right? You can't avoid it. You're gonna be rejected here and there. And that's okay. It's okay to be rejected. It only builds you up stronger. That's what rejection does to you. It builds up stronger. Rejection, when it builds up stronger and it teaches you how to handle it, when you're taught to how to handle it, it destroys your anxiety. It destroys your fear. Right? The more like public speaking, the more you do public speaking, the less fearful you are. The more people in the crowd, the less shy you are in the crowd, the less scared you are to perform in front of a crowd, right? Like a singer, like an artist, right? Like a performer. The more they perform, the less scared they are performing in front of people, right? They do so much is nothing, like a musician. They sing so much is nothing. It's like second nature to perform out there. They love performing to people, right? Public speaker and motivational speaker, they did it so much as nothing to them. It's second nature to them. Comedian, they do it so much. You keep asking, some people ask these people, how can you do this? How can you make a lot of people laugh? I mean, don't you get stage fright? And they'll just simply reply to you that, you know what, they've done it so much, it's nothing to it. They built immune to it. They're not scared. So they might still get butterfly in their stomach, but somehow they make it through it. Right? So a way to conquer your anxiety is just do it. Get out of there. Get out of your box and just walk around. Talk to people. Don't care about people, what they think about you. Right? You just disregard it. Have that don't give a crap mindset. Don't care mindset of what people think about you. But, there are a lot of men out there who are socially awkward, right? Who cares what people think about them? Like, who cares what they look like? There's superficial. Yes, there's superficial out there. There's superficial people out there. I understand, but if they're not paying your bill, why should you care about them? All right, you shouldn't be caring about these people's opinions. People's opinion doesn't matter. That's why we have people like Lizzo out there shaking her gut out I guess, one thing I gotta give to her is she had the confidence to do it. That's what it is. She don't have the anxiety to do it. I'm not her psychologist. She probably has some other psychological problems, but at least she figured out a way to get rid of her anxiety by being a performer, right? And that's what it is to get rid of your anxiety. Is to do it a lot. Once you do it a lot, you get the hang of it. You build the show up. You level up. That's what it is. Like people who like to play video games, look at it as if you're playing a video game. You are the superhero. You gotta level up. Talk to people, right? Who cares if you slip? Who cares what they think? At least you talk to them, right? At least you talk to them. Who knows? That person that you talk to might benefit you in the future, right? And when you talk to them, you get to discover who they are, what type of person they are. Should you continue talking to these people? How crazy they are, how sane they are, right? You don't know a person if they're crazy or not unless you talk to them. Once you talk to them, you'll find out things about them that you wouldn't find out if you don't talk to them. You find out whether they're crazy or they're not crazy. They're cool or they're not cool. They're a narcissist or they're not a narcissist, right? You talk to them and then you just let them talk. People love to talk about themselves, right? And you just there and listen. As long as you exchange in this communication, because right now people communication is very weak. People way of communication is not that great, right? Like the way I talk to people, I talk down to earth to people. I don't use big words trying to make myself sound smarter. I use words that people could connect with, that people understand, that people could correlate with, that people could connect with, right? I don't use fancy using word salad to confuse people, to brag, oh, I know big words here. No, I use simple sentences to demonstrate that I'm on their level. I could communicate with you. I understand what you're coming about. I could understand what you're saying. Right? But unfortunately, the world we're living in, people are lacking communication skills. This is why I made a video called Learn to Listen to People. When communication skills, people love to talk, but they don't know how to listen. All right? When you start to get out your anxiety, listen a lot. Listen and analyze, right? And then talk to them back. Exchange. But don't dominate the conversation. But once you do that, once you learn to communicate, you learn how to socialize people, and once you socialize more with people, right? You get rid of your anxiety. That's the point of this video. You need to get rid of your anxiety. Get out of that hermit shell and go talk to people, because you don't want people to demonize you, saying you're an incel living under your parents' basement, this, that, and third, living for free. You're a freeloader, right? You don't want to be that in the future. But yeah, get out of your shell. Right? Talk to people to get out of your anxiety. On that note, guys, let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll come back with another video. Peace.